Garden Bees? Kind of a random day here. Join me as I make some burnt ends without spending $100 to $150. We've got to clean out Ty's worm farm and then also help him remember how to ride his bike and check on the Japanese maples. Starting our morning off with making the burnt ends. Anytime you are using a smoker, which for this recipe you are, you generally have to start early. It's kind of like sourdough. Burnt ends, the cheap way edition, is made with some type of top round or chuck roast. For ours today, I am using beef top round London broil. Normally you take the tip part of the brisket for burnt ends. Doing it this way, you don't have to spend the money it costs for a brisket, which can be pretty steep, anywhere from $100 to $150. Pretty much all you're going to do is preheat your smoker to 250, then cut your meat into thick chunks. I'm seasoning mine with the Norm, salt, pepper, garlic, and paprika, and some of this touch of cherry, which is like a sweet and subtle cherry barbecue seasoning. It makes your barbecue foods so good, but without all that overpowering richness. Smokers add a lot of richness to foods. Alright, so we've just got to take the seasoned cube chuck to our smoker. So we have a Traeger smoker and it is not one of the insulated models. Because of this, we have noticed that when we try to follow recipes that Traeger YouTubers do or Traeger has on their app, we actually have to add a little bit of time to ours by about 2 hours. So if you are watching this and have a newer model or one of the insulated models, you might need to adjust your time and temp because this recipe here did not come from a Traeger YouTuber or the Traeger recipe app. Okay guys, so I forgot to turn on the camera for a lot of this, but here's the final product and they look delicious. I will have a link to the recipe I used to make these in the description because you guys missed quite a bit of the steps. Now jumping into Ty's worm farm. Coyote Peterson on Brave Wilderness, where Ty got the idea to make a worm farm, said we should be cleaning it out once a week. Ty loves his worms, so of course he reminded me that we needed to do this. And yes, the worms live inside his bedroom. Right now we are just trying to find all the worms that live in this bin. So we dump the soil on the compost pile and load it with new soil and plant matter for the worms. They need lots of good stuff to eat, and since I killed all of my cold hardy seedlings, they are getting that yummy salad. My poor plants. But at least they are still being used in a good way. Every time we think we have them all, we find more worms. I think he has about 30 worms in this bin. Some are so tiny, it'll be kind of cool to see if they grow. So walking back to the compost pile, and look, all the dandelions, they've started to come up. I might try to have a dandelion salad this year. If you have recipes, send them my way. Okay, we wrapped up the worm farm, and as with any other day, it would not be a day without at least one load of laundry and some dishes. Living in the country and having a simpler life, you would think you would have less laundry, right? Nope, that is not the case. I feel like I have more laundry in a week than when both my spouse and I worked and Ty went to daycare. Up here, Ty normally changes his clothes twice a day, and during the muddy season, it's like 3 times a day. And right now with gardening and doing baseball and all the other stuff, I'm changing about 2 to 3 times a day too. I can't complain though, because it's a lot better than Ty sitting all day and not going outside for long periods of time. At least he gets to play in the mud and garden with me. I want to start riding our bikes more this summer, but first we have to get Ty up to speed with riding his bike again. Right before we moved up north, he was riding without training wheels, really good on a smaller bike. Plus, when he was riding that bike, he was on concrete, not dirt, rocks, and grass. He actually got the hang of it pretty fast. We'll be zooming around in no time. Okay guys, so this is not normally my style, but I want to just go ahead and insert the true happiness of what I feel through my words and everything, because I'm over here at the maples looking down and just trying to see what's going on. And I was kind of getting bummed because we planted like 20,000 seeds and I was like, man, nothing's up. Well, that's awesome. I'm
I'm gonna show you guys. Look! What do you see?
Oh my God, that some of them grew.
Hope you guys have an awesome night. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this more random kind of come along with me day. Until next time, I hope you get to grow and do something you love.